Hello, squawk.
And then, oh hi, it's Opine PanAnning welcoming you back to Let's Play, or badly dubbed, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. It's been nearly 2 weeks since we last recorded a part. Fuck.
Yeah, for multiple reasons, but that's fine. We are continuing case 2. We're up to the first trial.
Right. October 13th, 9:36 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 4.
Hey, Nick.
What is it? Something wrong?
Nah. But did you see all the people there? It's crazy. Oh, look at this. I bought this mass Dardamas publicity for.
Oh god. You bought that? Where?
From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They had all sorts of things for sale. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff.
Oh, you're a sucker, alright. Publicity photo line stuck onto the court record.
What's with this lag all of a sudden?
I know, that sucks.
Come on, I'm guilty! Throw the book at me!
Who's screaming like that?
Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it!
Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you.
Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me!
Ugh.
He said it again.
I sent a calling card to Lordly Taylor! Admit it!
But you don't have the sacred urn, right?
Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime.
Normally when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you? Yikes.
Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure to give me a guilty verdict, please!
Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie.
Bonjour to you, Desiree.
Oh, this is Yanni! Bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you.
Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you.
I'll protect you too, Desiree. I got your back.
See, actually,
Can I tell you something, Nicky boy?
Oh yeah, I'm all ears. Yes.
I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent.
How can you be so sure?
If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so crossed with you.
Oh, I like it rough though. I'm all for it. So either way, it's good. It's good. Either way. So why are you smiling when you say it?
Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do.
I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Stop looking at my rack. Good luck.
Damn! How can I not? Can you blame me? To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is the mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now.
Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom.
For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Of course I got to trust Desiree. Courtroom number 6. How many fucking courtrooms are in this damn building?
A lot.
Oh, I haven't done this in a fucking forever. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Damn, it's been so long since I've heard that voice. Oh, you. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to...
What a stupid question.
What did you say?
Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready?
To rumble?
Are you ready to pass judgment?
No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear the arguments from both sides.
Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by.
Who are you?
I am Godo, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case.
Ah, he's the one that Detective Edme was talking about.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far?
Ha! None.
What did you say?
I've never prosecuted a case before.
Never. But you said you never lost before.
Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either.
Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you?
Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings.
Yes, but a mask in a court of law.
Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts.
This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick.
Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal?
So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Nick? Is he a friend of yours?
No, I don't have any friends that call me trite. Just who is this masked man?
I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you.
Well then, Prosecutor Gobo.
It's not Go-Bo, it's Go-Do, Your Honor.
In any case, please give your opening statement.
Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Wright.
What is it?
Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two?
Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Mr. Gumshoe. My name is,
No one asked you for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening.
Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Let's get started. Witness testimony, Master Unmasked crimes. Master Unmasked is the master thief that started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends a calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lorelei Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why he's sure it was Master Unmasked. Sir, it fits his M.O. to a T. Which spells Mott. See, I made a word.
Mud by Clamato.
So the actual identity of Master Unmasked is... Mr. Gozo! You... Here comes the coffee. I love it. We're in the middle of a try here, Mr. Gato.
Blacker than a moonless night, odder and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee.
I'm sorry, I just had a thought in my mind, but I can't say it because it's gonna get flagged from this line.
I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed.
Very well, it's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Well, Nick, what are you going to do?
As long as they haven't brought out Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Unmasked who stole the urn. This should be easy here. Yeah. I remember what
I think
what
it's
to do.
the last statement, actually.
It's not. It's this one. Precious art pieces. However, this is not I would consider precious. Not at all. Objection. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing that little hint of question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. Slam. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean?
Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing?
No! I meant that from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Gatto, what is the value of that urn?
The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense.
So, in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master the Mask would normally go after. Damn it. I've been defeated again. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you were saying that the theft of the Secret Urn was not the worst work of Master the Mask. Yes, that is what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction, but the argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master the Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Gatto?
This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godo number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Wright.
What?
If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess.
Clean up the mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean.
If you're saying it wasn't Master the Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master the Mask's method. A fake.
Fake the mask.
Fake start the mask? That sounds so ridiculous. But I like it.
Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Wright. Prove that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake.
Though I don't approve of Mr. Gatto's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. It looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at the Lord Taylor is the night was, in fact, fake Star the Mask. That's the security photo. I think it's this one. Yeah. It's, this one. Take that. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by the security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something particular about it.
Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what is about this picture is so peculiar.
There's something missing on his chest.
Yup.
It's right here, of course. You mean Master the Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at.
Isn't this the publicity photo I bought this morning?
Yes, and thank you, Maya. I actually needed this. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on the masked chest. A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's sort of a clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the Master of the Mask in the security camera photo. He has no brooch. The brooch is the same. The brooch is the same as the emblem of the mask calling card and serves as a symbol. The thief that broke into Lordly Terror wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this mask mask is a fake. I've been fooled again!
Poor Gumshoe.
Order! It's true! Undeniably true! Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I...
Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too.
But Mr. Gato, you deserved some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch?
The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this?
Ah! That's Master the Man's brooch! Where did you find it?
Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at a crime scene. It was hidden in the shadows of a big female Buddha statue.
Buddha statue? He must mean the Ami Faye statue. Why did you tell me about that, sir?
I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence.
This guy is one cool customer.
It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too.
Hickeys?
Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rondelight's fingerprints.
What? What? His fingerprints are on the brooch. Order in the court! Mr. Gato, please, let's see that brooch.
I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her.
I mean, it appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Uh-oh.
Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene.
Stop being incensed to your coffee, Mr. Gato. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Mass brooch added to the court record.
Huh! You mess with Godo. And you get burned.
He's been playing with me like a violin.
Well, Judd, I'm about ready to call my next witness.
Huh? You're done with me, but I haven't proved anything yet.
You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough.
Damn. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring in the next witness to the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance. Huh? Oh god. Not this guy.
1 second is what drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up.
Shh! Silence! Sorry, I love this. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Savary! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right.
Ha! Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil.
Penetrate. Mr. Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Nugaki, the ace detective and rising star of illuminating the heavens.
Boy, these two make a perfect pair.
They either be best friends or they tear each other's heads off. I'd heard of that the night of the crime. You were all alone on security detail. You have heard me correct. My specialty, made monocle, is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what was this special monaco of yours witnessed. Witnesses. Witnesses testimony. When I witnesses. Sorry.
You can do it, Opie.
It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That was when my nemesis, the infamous Master on the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fist blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So, you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specialty-made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witnesses seem so proud of his performance that evening. Well, son of an old-timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master the Mask, my arch-enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Anyway, proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. By God. Oh boy. Again, this is simple again.
Yep. That's you, Mr. Sverry.
He was gone. He was gone. But wait. Hold on.
But wait, there's more. Come now.
Objection. Slam. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Ah! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master the Mask. Savani! It is in point of fact Master the Mask brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Ah! Ha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I could think of. Slam. And there's only one person that was in that position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on the security duty that night. You, detective, look at me. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No, wait, just a moment. Sir, I'll time it. Don't talk to me like I'm some living in a nursing home. I just remembered, John. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately.
The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's why I always say.
Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right?
You talk too much. Witness, so now you're saying that you have and the thief fought?
Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor.
Excuse me.
Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules.
Indeed, I understand. I look at me completely. Yes.
I'm for more testimony.
Fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. And did you catch a glimpse of Master the Mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. No, Pi, don't say anything at all. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony that goes with which case. That, that can't be good. How are you a judge, by the way?
Just ask his brother whenever he comes in.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Oh, shit.
Oh, Allegro already.
I know, we're not even already getting to the nitty gritty here. True gentleman fights with his own. Hold it on that shit. Can you tell us a little bit more about what happened? Whoa. My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Yes, I made a word. But powericious? I assumed the at me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? You were blinded. At me fighting style. What is this at me fighting style? I'm sorry, but it's a strange sequence. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at me fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? It was a waste of time. It was
a fucking waste of time.
Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Well then, witness. Well, go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. I put my back into the walls to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. No, oh boy, don't even think that way. Third eye. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh boy, oh boy.
What? At me is freaking stopping me from saying anything. What can I say? Detective Atme, your testimony was crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this, sir lawyer? It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. Figure of speech. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my arm and feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? And no, Pi, do not say anything. I will throw my gavel at you. But just now you just testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you couldn't forget where you hit on the head. Also slam. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Abby, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hit the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid that we were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong.
To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes.
Objection. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that.
Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules.
This is it. This might be just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Emmy's no ace detective. Mr. Emmy's a
Well,
fake.
yes, but that's not exactly what we're asserting.
Yeah, right here. Slam. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Lou Emmy's true identity is actually Master the Mask. Yeah!
Monocle goes flying.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atby's story. He says that he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and then made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. That explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Master the Mask. But Mr. Wright, in this photo, it clearly shows Master the Mask. The security camera belongs to Lordy Trailer Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. Slam. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? The master mode is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, sir lawyer. But what? But witness, you're an idiot?
Nick, now's your chance.
Yes. Time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Slam. Detective at me. When you assume that the thief's identity... Oh! Ow! The burns! Oh!
I love that sprite. Godo Blend 102. My personal favorite.
Burning, seething. Never have I been so wronged. Mr. Godo.
The Ace Detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel.
That might sell well, actually, with that title.
There's only one problem. It simply isn't true.
But Mr. Godo, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and
I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of wool cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Wright. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face.
Oh, it burns. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. The court would like to see the decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Yes, of course. What's the big rush?
Wow, Phoenix sure cleaned himself quickly.
Are you alright, Nick?
Just like I did a wave of spray. It's like, whoosh, there, I'm clean. Amy looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? Slam. The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke at me is in fact Master the Mask is yet to be found.
Actually, yeah.
Proof? Of course, I got nothing.
Huh. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high, no matter how bad things get, after all.
Foreshadowing quote. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I got to stay in an attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy's the thief.
Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again.
It's no good. I'm just not ready yet.
Are you going to just give up and let us lose this?
So you've come to your senses, have you, Sonoy? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems that the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Goto, if you have anything further to add, then